Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mrs. Nikmatuni Ayah, SE, MSI, AKT, as a methodology lecturer, also all of my friends and audiences. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Agustine Dwi Hardhiyani from Accounting 3F number 1. In this occasion, I will present about my research entitled Calculation of Corporate Income Tax at Koperasi ABC in 2021. There are 5 parts in my presentation. The first one is background, second, formulation of the problem, third, purposes and benefits, fourth, literature review, and the last one is research method. Now, the first one about background. The background of my research is tax is an obligation of citizens as a form of service in national development. The entity or company is the subject of domestic tax, where the corporate taxpayer is the largest contributor of the corporate income tax sector. Koperasi ABC is one of the cooperatives engaged in saving and loan units, shops, and other business units that are non-member businesses. Every year, Koperasi ABC prepares financial statements and also tax reports in accordance with applicable standards. Commercial accounting reports with tax accounting reports use different bases, so that both also have a corporation in their presentation. Where commercial financial statement compiled based on generally accepted accounting principles and used for the benefit of various parties, while fiscal financial statements prepared based on tax regulation and also aim at complying with the provisions of tax laws and regulation in relation to state revenues. The second formulation of the problem is: how is the calculation of corporate income tax in 2021 conducted by Koperasi ABC and according to Law Number 36 of 2008 about income tax and Government Regulation in Law of Law Number 1 of 2020. The third about purpose and benefits. The purpose of my research is to find out the calculation of corporate income tax in 2021 that has been done by Koperasi ABC and to calculate the corporate income tax in 2021 Koperasi ABC according to Law Number 36 of 2008 about income tax and Government Regulation in Law of Law Number 1 of 2020. Then the benefits of my research are: for researchers, know to suitability of the calculation of corporate income tax with the applicable tax regulations and expand knowledge. For Koperasi ABC, give advice for Koperasi ABC regarding the correct calculation, payment, and reporting of corporate income tax in accordance with applicable taxation regulation. And for Semarang State Politeknik, give reference to students. Next, the part about literature review. Literature review of my research as follows. 1. Financial statements. Understanding commercial financial statements and fiscal financial statements. 2. Tax. Includes definition of tax, function, voting terms, voting order, subject, and object of income. 3. Fiscal correction. There are about positive fiscal correction and negative fiscal correction. And 4. Depreciation of fixed assets. Financial statements is a structured presentation of entities' financial positions and financial performances. The purpose of financial statements is to provide information on the financial position, financial performance, and cash flow of the entities that are beneficial to their users. Tax. According to Madhyasmo 2018, tax is the contribution of the people to the state treasury under the law, which can be imposed by not getting least services, counter achievements that can be directly indicated and which are used to pay for general expenditures. Fiscal corrections. According to City Resmi 2019, fiscal reconciliation or fiscal correction is done by taxpayers because there are differences in calculations, especially profit according to accounting or commercial, with profit according to taxation or fiscal. Depreciation of fixed asset is the concept of allocation of the price of acquisition of tangible fixed asset. And the last one about research method. Methodology is a way of doing things by using the mind carefully to achieve a goal in an activity to find, record, formulate, and analyze. The research method used include data classification, data collection techniques, data analysis techniques, and writing techniques. Data classification as follows by nature and by search. Based on by nature, the data divided into two. There are quantitative data and qualitative data. Quantitative data, data in the form of numbers in the true sense. Qualitative data, category result data for the contents of the data in the form of words. While based on by search, the data divided into primary data and secondary data. Primary data, data obtained from respondents through questionnaires of interviews. Secondary data, data obtained from records, magazine books in the form of financial statements. Data collection techniques. There are two data collection techniques of my research. A, interview. The interview that will be conducted by the researchers of this project is ask some question related to the title of research to employees of Koperasi ABC in the field of finance. Documentary studies. Method used to quote historical data and the document are required. Include the balance sheet, income statement, list of fixed assets, and SPT. Then, there are 5 steps of data analysis techniques. When collecting the data needed for writing the final project with research objects at Koperasi ABC. 2. Study the data obtained by adjusting to existing theories. 3. Grouping various revenues and costs. 4. Make a fiscal correction of the commercial financial statements of Koperasi ABC for the revenue and cost components that have been grouped. And last, perform the calculation of corporate income tax from the result of fiscal correction that have been done. The last one I explained about writing method. There are 2 writing methods I use. 1. Description method. Description method is used to explain the general description of Koperasi ABC, which include history, vision and mission, the organizational structure, and job description of each position. 2. Exposition method. Exposition method is used to analyze the calculation of Koperasi ABC corporate income tax in according to applicable taxation regulation. That's all of my presentation about my research. Thank you very much for your listen and attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.